Hey, yo, I'm a gun club member. I'm gonna take these rookies downtown. Are you with me? Hey, what's your name, son?
It's Luis, man. I don't think that's such a good idea.
Yeah? They said catching that pass in my high school championship football game was a bad idea, because I broke my leg in 13 places, but I scored a touchdown and won the game. The world was built out of bad ideas, my friend. Come on.
The PE-4 has been molded and is set to explode in 60 seconds. Now listen, people, we're your friends. Me and me brother here.
Why are you telling them we're brothers, you idiot? That's gonna make it hard for them to find us, isn't it?
I'm trying to be honest with these people. We put them through a lot today.
Fuck these people, fuck your cause. That shit's over. Ireland's not the only thing that's green. Dollars are too.
Now you've said bloody Ireland. That's gonna narrow the search, ain't it?
Fuck you! Take the needle out your arm, then tell me what to do.
I'll let you tell me what to do when you stop shoving half of Bolivia up your nose every Saturday night.
Motherfucker! Fuck! We told you not to fuck with us! Shit! Michael! Say fucking Michael!
Fucking shit!
Get the money! Me and my brother will watch the kids!
Diablo, qué mierda.
I think if Lost and Damned was the proto-Red Dead Redemption, Ballad of Gay Tony serves as the callback to Vice City. The radio station I mentioned as being more for this expansion is even called Vice City FM, playing a bunch of 1980s hits. While Gay Tony is a major character as the title suggests, this story actually has you play as his assistant Luis Lopez, whom Nico simply knows as the Dominican man he keeps encountering. Luis was hired by Tony after 2 years in prison taking the fall for two of his friends, and as a result is loyal to him come hell or high water. Currently Luis is helping Tony manage his nightclubs Masonette 9 and Hercules, which actually comes up in a gameplay sense. The colour scheme in this expansion is a lot more vibrant too, partly down to largely being set in Algonquin. There is still the greyness of Liberty City, but the film grain's gone and there's a bit more saturation than 4's main game. On top of that, the interface also has a change of colour, with pinks and purples being used, as well as the pause menu having a brighter look in terms of the text. Most of the side stuff from Lost and Damned is also here, along with a few new exclusives, though the comedy club is closed. The TV gives a new show in the form of the anime parody Princess Robot Bubblegum. Internet's also in play again, where you can exchange emails with Luis's brother and sister among others. Thanks to there being more aerial-based missions, Rockstar also gave a bit of mercy by including parachutes once they start becoming more prominent. On top of that, we get a few new guns and cars to play around with as we complete missions. With all that said, let's make a start on our third and final journey into Liberty City.
Oh, how are you?
I'm good, boss. How are you? Ooh, you look terrible.
That's good, because I am terrible, fucking wretched.
As the intro showed, this story begins in the aftermath of the bank heist that Nico and the McCrearys pulled. Tony, meanwhile, is caught up in his own woes, including boyfriend trouble and the club's not seeing as many patrons currently.
It sounds pretty usual.
Oh, thanks for the support.
Hey, that's what I'm here for, boss.
In the middle of this, Luis spots some money and wonders if Tony's been skimming the funds. The answer soon comes when they're paid a visit by a situation-looking goon named Rocco Pelosi and his uncle Vince. After Rocco throwing around the standard number of slurs for an Xbox lobby, fitting given what I'm playing this on, Tony establishes they're distant relatives of Nico's future captive, Gracie Ancelotti.
And credit is to you. And guess what? We ain't here about Gracie.
Oh! Beautiful. That's a start. I guess we don't have to beat you two lovers up.
Yeah, good one.
See you later. Oh, nice to meet you, Muscles.
Fuck, there goes payroll.
Who the fuck were those two assholes, T?
Fine men of the cloth. Who the fuck do you think they are? Ancelotti goons I borrowed money from way back. Never mind. Amateurs. Come on, let's get out of here. Let's go.
Tony wants to do a checkup on the clubs, so our first mission is driving out to them. First is Hercules. where we're introduced to the bouncer of Troy. After that's Masonette 9, which is more or less a featureless lot when you compare its location in GTA 4. I'll get a bit more into what you can do here later, but for now you just need to hang out until Tony calls and says a friend of Luis is causing issues for the bouncer Desi.
I don't care if you're his damn mother. You ain't coming in. Not in them clothes. Not with that attitude.
The friends in question are Armando and Enrique, who are being held up due to not meeting the dress code.
Tony, what do you think?
Desi wouldn't let me get dressed like that, huh?
See what I mean?
Come to think of it, Lou, what the fuck are you wearing, huh?
What?
Go home and take a bath. Do nothing else. Put on some clothes, huh?
Yeah, I had a complicated day, okay?
All right, so take some time off. The girls in there could use a night off, too.
Cuídate.
Bye-bye, gentlemen.
These two are small-time drug dealers who feel annoyed at Luis working as Tony's partner and want him to come back and help them push. For now, Luis just drives them back to the Heights, but we'll soon see more of them. Armando's your weapon van, and Enrique can deliver cars, including the APC once you finish the story. You actually get 2 missions to start with, one day and one night. Seeing as it's morning, I choose the day mission first. Tony's freaking out. Get used to that.
I worked on Algonquin nightlife 20 years. I beat everyone. Mayors, rivals, drugs, everyone. And this time, I fucked up. I'm the only man in the history of this town with the hottest gay and straight clubs at the same time, and I'm about to lose everything.
What are you talking about, T?
I sold the business to 2 different people, and they each think they own the lot. Man, we're fucked.
It's gonna be okay, man.
Yeah, whatever. Meanwhile, there's this blogger, this nebbish with an internet connection, bad-mouthing me all over town. Do you know this guy? The Celebrinator?
Celebra what?
Whatever. Come on. All right, who's the girl?
There wasn't a girl, man.
There's always a girl.
Honestly, with the entertainment factor, it's hard not to have the entire cutscene play out. Anyway, Rocco's called them to the driving range and is as pleasant as ever.
I need you to help me get some information out of this union prick who's decided to get an overinflated opinion of himself. These fucking guys, stuck in the 1970s or something.
Where is he?
He's right down there.
It's up to Luis to get the guy to talk. To take a swing, you press the A button and then press it again as the white bar comes down. Rocco decides to keep moving around the field, so you need to move your aim to keep hitting the guy. After 3 successful rounds, a group of Messina family mobsters attack. Sadly, you have to defend Rocco for this and take them out. Once they've been thinned out, make your escape using the golf cart provided. More Messinas try to follow, so it's a case of outrunning them. I think the Union guy can be killed without any repercussions here too, but he was still alive when I played it. After dropping Tony off, he tells Luis to head over to someone named Maury, the other guy Tony owes money to. You can also return to the driving range if you want to hit a few golf balls. Similar to some of the Yakuza games, the aim here is to get as close to the flag as possible, with bonus points if you hit it outright. For our nighttime mission, we need to head to Masonette, where you can see a couple of familiar faces among the clubbers. Following a conversation with Maury, Tony leads Luis to his next job, bumping into, well, not a familiar face, but potentially a familiar name.
Yusuf Amir, what is up, homie?
As for the job, we're off to Chinatown on Rocco's request. I didn't outright confirm it, but given the mention of the golf shenanigans on the way, I think the dialogue changes depending on which mission for Tony you do first too. Upon arriving, we find another familiar face, revealing he set Johnny and presumably Jim up to be killed by the triads in that drug exchange beforehand.
Boo. Hey, watch it, you greaseball fuck.
The triad's in need of help with acquiring some liquor licenses, but Luis points out they're not really in the position to help. Unfortunately, he doesn't take no for an answer.
You are not going anywhere until we have an arrangement.
No, I'm afraid we are. There is no arrangement. You got a problem? Take it up with your boy Rocco.
You are not negotiating column inches and bar tabs, you insolent fuck! We are serious people!
Really?
Yeah, really!
What is wrong with you? I was supposed to be the irrational idiot with the anger issues.
I got anger issues, okay? The guy threatens to shoot me because I can't arrange a liquor license for him. Please, give me a break, T.
Oh, God.
Yeah, serious. This guy doesn't even get a name across both episodes. What does he think he can achieve? That said, there is the issue of needing to escape the building, but Tony provided Luis with a P90 on the way, so at least we're armed. Just need to fight through the triads on the way down, who still like wasting time doing combat rolls. Thankfully there's extra body armour should you need it, and a couple of vending machines to restore your health as a last resort. The triads also don't pursue you back to Tony's place. One marker that appeared with not much fanfare is for Luis's mother, Adriana. She's currently in debt to a loan shark named Santo. She also sees Luis as a disappointment and pushes his buttons by comparing him to his father. Not the first time a GTA game has a character with a strained relationship with his mother. Funny thing is, Nico actually got along quite well with his. Santo decides to have Luis pay off the debt by rigging a match at the local cage fight, as he used to be a regular. He wants Luis to fight with 2 guys and then take a dive on the 3rd so he can get a good payout. You need to press the right button when Luis is at half health. Or at least that's one way to do it. See, Adriana chews Luis out for taking a dive, so this time, Mama said knock you out. Santo doesn't take it well, but like Eddie Lowe to Nico, he doesn't grasp the rule of knife versus shotgun. As for Adriana, she still chews Luis out. If you do take the dive, Santo doesn't reappear anyway outside a phone call mention. You can also do some more cage fights for a bit of extra money if you feel so inclined. Returning to Adriana sees Luis meeting with Armando and Henrique as they visibly deal.
You wander back inside, you moron.
It's nice to see you, Mr. Big Shot. Real nice to see you. Captain Downtown. Come up here to talk down to his old friends?
Yeah, I just care about you guys, okay?
I don't have a choice, man.
I ain't going nowhere. I'm 10 minutes away on the train. 10 fucking minutes. What's up, H?
It's like it's another country down there. 10 fucking minutes. I give you 10 fucking minutes. I'm sorry, man. I just miss you. Or maybe I expressed myself coarsely, but we was like family.
Oh, yeah, loco, we are family, man. But family doesn't mean we have to live up here slinging dope to a bunch of suburban punks from Alderney. Yo, Tony's all right, man.
He's like the daddy I never had. Oh, fucking sugar daddy.
Ay, whatever, man. My mate!
Luis! Boys!
Hey, mami, ¿cómo está?
Hey, Mrs. How are you, boys? Hi, Luis. Oh, you look tired.
Despite their arguing, at least it doesn't seem quite as bad as Sweet Johnson's treatment of CJ. Adriana's still being judgmental, though. Anyway, Armando wants Luis for a potential job. Involving drugs. This is going to end well. Doesn't take more than a minute for the LCP to track them, having traced Armando's phone conversations. Thankfully, he gave Luis a new shotgun, which doesn't fire as fast as Johnny's, but has pretty much no recoil. Fight your way through the docks to a getaway car, taking out an attack helicopter as you do so. On the way back, Luis suggests cutting out the middleman and just stealing the supply, seeing as who's going to report stolen drugs. Adriana's once again treating Luis's friends better than him. Luis lets loose on her when she hits his buttons too many times.
I mean, I know I made mistakes, but things are better now. I mean, how many times we gotta go over this?
If things are better now, then why are you always like this?
Right, but you take the money, right? You take the fucking money every time.
Get out of my house. What choice do I have? I lost my job.
Yeah, well, call one of your other kids, the one you ain't ashamed of.
We're off to the Bohan docks this time for more supply. This time it's a rival gang making their own attempt on the stuff. Gun them down as they come, keeping in mind that more will arrive. At the very least, this one actually got the pair the supply, so all you need is to help drop it off. The first mission with Luis's friends also unlocked the Drug Wars side activity. 2 variants come in, driving out to a location, shooting rival gang members and swiping their supply. The third is finding a car on the road and shooting at it to get rid of the gangsters before stealing it yourself. Later levels also introduce boats or helicopters containing what you're after. Similar to Lost and Damned, every 10 successful missions up to 50 get you a weapon in the safe house. Time to finally meet Maury, and his backhandedness pretty much spells out why Tony doesn't like him. Same for Luis, especially when he starts mocking his physique.
Just to level with you for a minute, bro. Tony owes you money. Tony's my boss and my friend. So I'll help you out a little. But if you mention my host again, I'll put you in the fucking ground.
Jesus Christ, man. You're pent up. Come on, I didn't mean anything by it. I apologize.
He also happens to be Bruce's brother.
Jesus, who is training you? Man ought to be horsewhipped. Look at you. You're lumpy. Oh, you look awful, like a big pale mess. And you're fat, bro. You're fat.
Screw you, Maury, man.
You're perfect? Yeah.
It's like 1,000 puzzle pieces falling into place. Anyway, while giving some story on his military history, Maury has Luis drive him to Bohan's docks. He's got his eyes on a drug ring and is planning a takeover. For whatever reason, they have a small military's worth of weaponry, including a guy with an RPG. Worth grabbing after killing him to save some money at least. After taking everyone out, it's time for a boat chase and an introduction to our newest weapon, sticky bombs. Toss them at the boats and watch the fireworks fly. Heading back to Tony's, our next daytime mission introduces his boyfriend Evan dancing to Maneater and the reason Luis doesn't like him.
What's wrong with, hi Evan, you're looking cut. Hi Evan, like a drink? Hi Evan, if I wasn't straight, I'd ravage you right now.
Ay, Dios mío. Evan, look, I always thought that even for a coke push and steroid junkie, you were a particular asshole. Okay, I'm just gonna admit that. Now, would you shut the fuck up before I shut you up? Now, where's Tony?
He's in the bedroom.
He's also put Tony on stronger drugs.
Hey, Tony, get up.
Piss off.
Come on, get up, man. Let's go.
Piss off. I want to die.
Okay, man, if that's how you want it.
Yeah.
Come on. Let's go. Come on, over here. Over here. Come on. Let's go. Better?
Oh, great.
Come on, Poppy. Let's go. This way. This way.
What? What about me? You guys can't just leave me here.
Yeah, good point.
Always funny when Luis hits someone. Rocco's put Tony up to another job.
Oh, wait.
What?
I forgot something.
Forgot what?
The explosives.
Explosives? Yo, what's wrong with you, man? You in a nightclub, not a terror cell.
Ow, Rocco's gone nuts. He's gonna burn the clubs down for insurance. He's gonna fucking kill us.
Yeah, he's gone crazy, and you're running around with some bombs, okay? What kind of drugs are you on? I hope they're strong.
I told him I'd take care of his union problems for him.
And you'll probably blow yourself up as soon as you walk out the door. You ain't doing this.
I got to. It's the only way we can survive. Get out of my way.
I'm sorry. As much as I'd like to right now, I'm not letting you kill yourself.
Try and stop me, huh?
Okay.
Go!
Still funny, but that probably also saved him. This is another mission making use of sticky bombs. First up is blowing up one of the cranes you always pass by in Algonquin. Second is a train, which I had to drive to the tracks to blow up, but you can probably do it without that if you're fast enough. After that, you have a little over 2 in-game hours to get to the airport, as you need to blow up a plane. So a plane, train and crane. No automobiles though. Once you're done, escape the airport and the wanted level. Night falls and we're meeting Tony at Hercules, at least after dealing with Troy wanting to move to another club due to his own issues of being a straight guy bouncing a gay club. Simple enough mission of driving Tony and Gracie to her place. She's also one of the few women Luis refuses to get involved with. Part of that is due to an incident with a Lupicella daughter putting him off mafia princesses, and part of it is that he just doesn't like her. After dropping them off, Tony sends Luis to the cyber cafe to look up the blogger named the Celebinator, who's been spreading rumours about the two of them, and dropping a comment on his post. Heading over to Masonette, we get another Roman cameo.
Ladies, hide your titties!
Luis also has a quickie with a patron and meets with Tony, who has an exchange with Nico's biggest spectre, Ray Bulgarin. Bulgarin takes more of a liking to Luis. You decide whether that's a good thing or not. And Tony contemplates selling the club to him. Rocco's latest strong arm mission is sending Luis to Bahama Mamas, aiming to seduce the owner's girlfriend Monique. You might recognise the layout if you've watched trailers for this, as it's most prominent in the King of This Town trailer. Luckily, Luis knows Monique from a previous encounter, so you've just got to dance with her. It's simpler than it looks, as you just need to push the control stick in any direction in time with the pulses on the speaker in the corner. Sometimes it'll mix it up with holding the stick in its direction and tapping the shoulder buttons too. Anyway, the owner, who was supposedly out of town, finds the pair in his office and takes it out on Monique. Easy enough to shoot him, and she turns out to be fine. The other bouncers will attack as you escape, so take them down as you make your exit. Kinda makes you wonder what the actual plan was there. Seeing as I've been putting it off for a while, let's go into managing Masonette, as here's as good a place as any to segue into it. You can hit the dance floor with the ladies, which can turn into a larger scale affair if you do well enough. Not too tough to match the buttons to the beat. Either that or having a bit of fun in the bathroom, which can turn into a booty call. Shots at the bar are one way of drinking, but you can also do a champagne contest. First you shake up the bottle, then circle the right control stick to down it. Just be careful not to do it too slow or too fast. Yeah, don't worry, you can walk it off. In addition to partying at the club, you can also help manage it. A woman called Joni helps work the surveillance as Luis scans the club for troublemakers. Once you find them, approach them to toss them out. Joni can also call you to the office as she gets angry at Luis's womanising. All she really needs to do is ask. Desi also contacts Luis every so often with some errand requests from high flyers. This includes things like giving paparazzi the treatment they deserve, or driving all the way to Bohan and back in a time limit for a supermodel's food order. And yes, Luis knows the same thing you're probably thinking. Another one is also acquiring some ladies of the night for a prince. I'll leave it to you to decide which one doing that's funnier. There's 8 errands in total, some harder than others. Masonette's also where we can find one of our random encounters, the British socialite by the name of Daisy Cash Coos. She's learned that a one-night stand with an action star had him record it to prove he's not gay. This leads to driving around Algonquin as she hopes he doesn't leak it online, and swearing like a sailor. They end up being too late as he decides to play it in Star Junction. Lucky for her, it doesn't affect her upcoming marriage at least. Our second encounter's with a cynical Frenchman named Arnaud.
Time was when we would chop someone's head off and we would run around the street with it on a stick. Vive la France! Now, we are soft and miserable just like you.
Hey, I'm not miserable.
Well, then clearly you do not watch enough television.
He takes a liking to Luis's back and forth, and you simply have to drive him to a massage parlour. Later you'll find him beaten up due to an encounter that got a bit too rough. You'll need to help him retrieve his wallet, and then drop him off in an area that's slightly less deadly. Last up, we have Margot. She hooked up with Luis a year prior and got a bit obsessed. Gifts, emails, anything to notice her. If you ask me, Luis sounded more offended when she said her father was bad-mouthing him. Her latest stunt is pretending she's meeting someone to make him jealous. At a gay club. When that doesn't work, she tells him she's taken a bunch of sleeping pills, guilting Luis into taking her to the hospital. She later appears at Pier 45 threatening to jump.
If you loved me, you'd save me.
I don't love you.
Luis probably could have handled that a bit more tactfully. She also wrote a letter claiming he pushed her, and Liberty City being what it is, the nearby pedestrians believe it. Luis is no killer. Well, not this time anyway. So it's just a case of outrunning them, getting to a car and escaping the wanted level. According to Cutting Room Floor, there were 2 other missions about a jealous ex that were possibly meant for Margot too. One being driving her home and having to fight her brothers, and another involving disposing a car she rigged that belonged to another of Luis's booty calls. Next up is candidate for one of the funniest characters in the game, Yusuf Amir.
Hey man! Hey!
Yusuf is basically a modern day Arab prince, with enough money to buy and sell the entire city. You might remember the name from one of Nico's missions, due to Playboy X name dropping him. Playboy's description paints Yusuf as some super serious businessman, as opposed to a guy who slings cash around while dancing to Busta Rhymes and using the M-word a bit too much because he thinks it's what friends call each other. Vindicates me choosing to side with Dwayne further too in my eyes. He's voiced by Omid Jalili, filling our stand-up comedian quota despite the comedy club being closed. Our first mission with Yusuf could potentially be seen as a dark one.
Hey, just shut my fucking father up.
Whoa, I ain't killing your father, man.
No, I know you're not.
Thankfully, all he wants is Luis to steal a prototype military helicopter from a bunch of South African arms dealers. They're holding a showcase for it on an offshore yacht, so you need to drive a boat out to it and avoid the patrolling boats, which is easy enough. Once on board, sneak over and grab it. Yusuf calls mid-delivery and says to put its weaponry to the test on the yacht itself. Hard to argue with that logic, and you have guns and missiles to play with. A few will escape in smaller boats, so just follow them and blow them out the water. After that, drop the helicopter off with Ahmed, Yusuf's associate. Tony also decides to mess with Luis following this.
The people on that boat were good people. Freedom fighters trying to stop people smuggling in Asia.
Really? I heard there was... Shit, I heard...
No, I'm shitting with you. They were arms smugglers, hitched to some of the worst governments in West Africa. But I had you. I fucking had you.
Luis walks in on Yusuf discussing business before getting interrupted by a call from his father, who wasn't impressed with the gift. He then needs Luis to drive him over to a business meeting with Ahmed at Rotterdam Tower. I wonder if the reason the car hasn't been stolen yet is because no one in Liberty City actually believes that's real gold. That or he has a showroom full of identical models. He notes that Ahmed's acting odd on the phone, so he sends Luis up to check on things. Turns out Yusuf was right to be suspicious.
Tell me what I just walked into.
Shit!
Tell me.
Please, what have you done? I'm sorry! Don't! Shit!
Fuck you!
That's one thing Lost and Damned was missing, come to think of it. No one fell from a high place with the cutscene. Anyway, this whole thing was to implicate Yusuf and set noose on him. Fortunately, Yusuf provided Luis with an upgrade to the auto shotgun, one that fires explosive rounds. Even Noose's finest go down in seconds with a monster like this. You need to chase Ahmed up the tower, blasting cops and helicopters on the way. Yeah, what a thrill. Ahmed ends up getting rid of himself.
Look! Here! I have a parachute! Take it! We were hoping to get Yusuf on wiretap! They don't know shit about you, believe me!
2 big falls in one mission. Nowhere to go but down, so make use of the parachute and skydive back to the ground. Yusuf's also more saddened than angry at Ahmed's betrayal. Finishing this also unlocks base jumping, which comes in one of 3 kinds. The first is simply landing on a target. Second up is landing on a target while guiding yourself through rings on the way down. Third is aiming for a moving vehicle, which could be land or sea. Glad that I played Pilot Wings a lot as a kid. Maury's continuing to be his pleasant self towards his brother. Plus side, he makes Luis an offer of wiping out Tony's debt if he wins a race, at least following one more job afterwards. Said race is a triathlon, starting with some good old skydiving. You need to land in one of the 4 boats below and race through a series of checkpoints to a set of cars that are waiting. I always go for the Bullet GT here if I can. Best part of the car section is you also get nitro boost. I was so far ahead that Maury wasn't even eating my dust. You get 3 more of these around the city afterwards, so have fun. Brucey's getting some tough love from Maury, which Luis warns doesn't always work.
I think maybe you're taking the tough love thing a little too far, man. I mean, I got sent to juvie when I was 17 years old for shooting a teacher who felt up my sister. They tried the tough love thing with me. It didn't fucking work too well.
This mission sees you driving the 2 brothers out to a car park, where each one grabs a high-speed ride. Maury prompts everyone to speed through the streets, and he also called the LCPD to make things more interesting. Keep up with everyone as you race along the shoreline, and eventually make it to some boats, where jumping across them via ramps marks a finish. Maury's a man of his word if nothing else, and lets Tony off the hook. Turning down his offer of joining him as a business partner, Luis calls him out on the way he acts, and Brucey ends up getting pushed too far.
The man is nothing but beyond pathetic.
That's it, boy! Cut it out! Yeah! Yeah!
Are you kidding?
Yeah! Oh, God! Oh, yeah! What the fuck, man? What the fuck are you doing? Oh, God, you know the rules!
I'm sorry, Maury. I forgot, man.
Never in the face! Oh, come on! This is top work up here. You know that I got a weakened septum.
Okay.
Oh,
Just don't tell Mom, okay? Okay?
Heading back to Tony, Louise finds him partying with such paragons of society as Gracie, Rocco and Evan, despite Tony apparently splitting with him. That needs being floored by drugs, so he gets another splashing. Evan decides to tag along and Louise gets stuck as his driver. After grilling him and giving the best compliment he can...
You can get Tony fucked up like no one else can, Evan. That nice enough?
Oh, sweet. Thank you, Louise. Tony is more fun when I'm around.
Evan tells him they're buying some diamonds from a guy at the docks, but doesn't know where Tony got the cash for them. The seller is the baker from the Platypus, and Tony manages to knock off 10% of the price. Of course, this just so happens to be the mission where Johnny crosses over with them, ambushing them under Ray Bacino's order. You have to fight off the Lost members from here, making use of sticky bombs to blast them to hell. The police also decide to join the party, bringing an APC and a helicopter. Sure you know what to do. The driver then gets hit, so it's now up to Louise to get out of range of the wanted level. As for Evan...
He's not answering his phone. I'll check his bleeder. He's not gonna update some social networking site when a couple of dozen irate bikers are trying to kill him, bro. No one's that vain. Not even him.
10-89 bleeded less than 10 minutes ago.
I can't believe it, man. What's it say?
Cornered by bikers? Ugh. Too young to die? They fucking got him!
Jesus. Poor bastard.
I know! Fuck! Poor Evan. He was a rotten human being. That's why I liked him so much.
Turns out he was the guy Johnny killed and nabbed the diamonds from. The diamonds may be lost, but Tony's finally caught up with the Celebinator. He tells Louise to head to the heliport, where he's arranged for the blogger to have an aerial tour of Liberty City, thanks to a helicopter from the Use of Hamir collection. Aerial tour translates to flying high as possible and smacking him around before throwing him out. Of course, Tony doesn't plan to kill him, so Louise needs to dive down and parachute them to safety. Pity you don't get instructed to photograph Celebinator's Johnny Sasaki impersonation too for some extra humiliation, but oh well. I decide to see what Yusuf's up to, and it's basically a normal day for him. After attempting to get him to tone down his N-word usage, Yusuf tells Louise his plans for a new acquisition.
How about a mother fucking news tank? Give it up, bro. Come on. Come on!
Hey, what you need a news tank for, man? What are you, crime fighting now?
I want it. Come on, baby, you and me doing our tank thing?
Louise just rolls his eyes as Yusuf continues his routine, only to get interrupted by his father paying a visit.
Welcome! Welcome, Papa! This is my business associate, Mr.
Luis.
Mr. Luis. Allah, he is the greatest technical advisor in the whole city. And this is his wife, Jaundice.
Careful, motherfucker!
Yes, and you know, we were just having a little creative meeting and things went a bit crazy and I somehow lost my pants. But you know, Papa, I tell you, you're looking very well, in fact.
I knew how disgraceful you were, but I didn't realize quite how shameful you were.
No, Papa, things are not how they look.
Things do not look good, son.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Father. That's what you taught me.
When a book is called guns, drugs, hookers, and no pants, I think I don't need to read it.
Well, Papa, you know, these people, they mean nothing to me. In fact, they're just going. Go, get out. You, Mr. Lewis, take your wife, Mrs. Lewis, and may I say, Madame, this is not a very appropriate way for a married woman to dress. I told them many times, Father, this is a disrespectful way to dress. Do they listen to me? No, never. And you, by the way, I'll text you in about 1 minute about the tank, okay?
The news tank?
Shh! Go and leave right now. And don't you dare come back without knocking first. These people are a disgrace, Papa. But I tell you, moving swiftly on, you will be very proud of my plans I want to show you for the Imperial Amir Towers. I tell you, Papa, magisterial doesn't do justice to it.
Only one scene with Yusuf's father, but he manages to own the stage, so to speak. Anyway, Luis is told to head to Star Junction, so may as well take Yusuf's ride. Yusuf enters in style himself and gives Luis the controls. The tank's being airlifted into the city, which intrigues Yusuf.
What is that holding the tank? I must have one! An aircrane, bro. Do me a favor, will you? Just fucking buy one, okay? No stealing. For you, Luis, perhaps!
You'll need to snipe at the connector bolts and get it to drop the tank to the ground before parachuting down to grab it. For once, losing the cops translates to blasting the hell out of them with your fancy new APC. Eventually you'll thin them down enough to lower the range and escape their notice. From there, just head out to Yusuf's location where he handles the rest. Luis meets Tony at Hercules, where Troy tells of his current plans to make a TV show. The previous client being some guy who wanted to make shows about cleaning up the streets, but disappeared. Tony notes he hasn't seen Gracie, but more importantly, he's found the diamonds are being sold at the Libertonian. Luis calls up Yusuf and asks to borrow the attack helicopter. Yusuf's made a few changes to it to make it his own. Flying over to the Libertonian and settle in for one more viewpoint of the infamous exchange.
Rest of you motherfuckers wanna die? Do something stupid, okay?
Fuck you! Just get the shit, man! Come on!
Wait! Listen, if you get me out of here, I promise I'll split this with you.
Can you do me a favor and not take this too personally?
What?
These were stolen from us first, bro.
As a side note, with that appraiser also being called Maury, makes you wonder if Luis was venting a bit of frustration. Luis has a slightly easier time escaping, as he doesn't need to shoot his way through waves of mobsters. A couple of helicopters tail him, but they didn't factor you being armed to the teeth. Meet with Tony and the diamonds are now in his possession, at least for the moment. Gracie's disappearance is explained thanks to lining up with Nico kidnapping her, and Tony's freaking out a bit too much.
Oh, I see it in your eyes. You're embarrassed of me. You see me and think, oh, this is it. This is the moment to put me down. This is the moment when the apprentice takes over, huh? Oh, man. You think I'm done? You're not so fucking tough, Luis.
And you're not so smart, you dumb junkie. Fuck!
Yeah, fuck you, Luis!
Come on, Tony, chill out.
Oh, no, you're right. You're right. You're not the one with the problem. I am.
Tony, what the fuck are you doing?
No, I'm holding you back. I see that now. The closest thing I've had to a son. I'm sorry, Luis. I love you.
Tony.
Goodbye.
Tony, come on, man.
Goodbye. I love you. Shit!
Fuck! Fuck is wrong with you, you dumb prick? Huh? Get up! Get up so I can kill you myself! Get up!
Okay, I'm sorry.
After calming down, he directs Luis to the Ancelotti helicopter, hoping to use it to track Gracie's kidnappers. A lot of good back and forth on the drive over, as well as on the flight, such as learning that Tony's from Duke's, as well as having a previous boyfriend that was into spiritualism. Once in the air, head to Duke's and track Patrick as he drives out to Gracie's holding spot. Toughest part of this mission is finding the tunnel where he emerges. Eventually you'll get the info you need, and just have to get back to the helipad. Our next employer is Bulgarin, who shares a house with his sister.
You bring me to this fucking country, and you keep me in an ugly cage. No one on TV lives in fucking Dukes. Then you come and move all my stuff into hallway and fill place with fucking guitars.
Shut up, bitch! Take your pills! A friend of mine is here!
Ha! You don't have any friends.
He's been blackmailed by a news team and offers good money to Luis for taking care of them. Teaming up with Bulgarin and his assistant Timur, you need to head to an underground car park, with the former trying to convince Luis to ditch Tony and work for him instead along the way. Once there, park up and place a sticky bomb in the spot where the cops won't see it. Wait for them to arrive and surround the car before detonating it. More Noose officers charge in, so make use of the new machine gun Bulgarin gives you to take them down. When you're done cleaning them out, grab whatever 4-seater car is still intact and deal with the remaining pursuers. This can be done by outrunning them or dropping spare sticky bombs down. Deal with any wanted level you have and head back to Bulgarin's place. As a side note, I sort of wish I had my original take on this. I somehow racked up 5 stars, ran along the shoreline to try and escape the cops, found a car and managed to sneak into a paint spray by sheer luck of no cops being around. Just a pity my laptop crashed before I could save it, honestly.
Welcome! Welcome to the party!
Certainly a different side of Bulgarin than we see with Nico. He's after Liberty City's hockey team and wants Luis to kill their owner Markiashvili, not taking no for an answer. Timur tags along again, directing Luis to a heliport. He's also a really good conversationalist.
My job is hospitality.
Your job is kill Markiashvili for Ray Bulgarin.
Timur, bro. I like to think I can talk to people. I try to put them at ease. Make them open up.
Sure. They open up when you shoot in their head. You put people in the ground, my friend.
Fly through the rings, then dive down to the MeTV building. There's a small squad of gunmen between you and your target, so shoot your way through. You eventually reach Marky, and given you're on a high building, I'm sure you know how this will play out. You then need to jump out and parachute down to Timur. I ended up missing, but thankfully that's not a mission failure, as you just have to deal with a few more of Ashvili's men. I do so love that shotgun. Returning to Bulgarin, he's having another argument with his sister that doesn't end well. He's interested in the diamonds, but for now sends Luis to back up Timur on another job. Timur's not there, but Luis finds what's left of the diamond smuggler. The diamonds were actually Bulgarin's, and now he sees Luis as an enemy who tried to steal from him. First step with this mission is to take out the snipers before they manage to drain your health. After the snipers are down, more of Bulgarin's men attack, armed with grenades. I may have died a few times here. He also has a helicopter, but I have the explosive shotgun. You need to take out enough to safely cross over to a fire escape. More are on the ground, so introduce them to the explosive shotgun. Once that's done, get out of the area. Bulgarin throws a tantrum over the phone, as Luis dared to survive the attack.
You are dead! 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 You understand?
No. Could you say it again, please?
Fuck you!
Meanwhile, Yusuf's called Luis over to his reopened construction site, as he's got another crazy vehicle he wants to acquire.
What now? You want the Statue of Happiness for your backyard?
Excellent idea, my friend. But that will have to wait.
All right, then. What we after?
Wait for it.
I'm waiting.
You ready?
Just fucking tell me, bro.
A motherfucking subway train!
Oh, yeah, baby!
You think he hears a drum roll in his head after every announcement like that? Anyway, you need to jump onto the train from the bridge and move up to the front car. Noose are alerted, so they send helicopters after you, and you have officers posted at stations. Kinda reminds me of that mission on the train roof from the N64 Mission Impossible game. Being armed to the teeth means they're less of a problem than they would be for Nico. Only thing really missing is Luis shouting red light, green light, honestly. Once you get to the front car, Yusuf comes in with his A-crane that probably was legally purchased. Never a dull moment with this guy. He also gifts you his car, as well as a golden Uzi in the glove box. Brucey and Roman have some trouble getting into Masonette, so Luis gives them a free pass. Brucey thanks him for helping out with Maury and gets a bit too close for comfort. As Tony arrives, it's shown that Roman saw that all too.
Thank God you showed up, bro.
What?
I never thought seeing you would make things feel more heterosexual.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that, sweetheart.
Yeah, it's probably best.
They're lining up with Nico's story again for the diamond hostage exchange. Basically a rock and a hard place. Either Bulgarin targets them as the diamonds are his, or Don Ancelotti targets them for not saving his daughter.
Last chance, D. So you want to hand this stuff over?
Sure, I'm sure. Father's gonna kill us if we don't.
Yeah, it makes it nice and simple.
Yeah, lends a lot of clarity to my thinking.
Hand over the stuff.
Hand over Gracie. I'm here for you, sweetie.
Hand over the fucking stuff! All right, calm down. Both of you.
Oye, we put the ice in the middle, we walk back. Then, you send over the girl. We leave, and you pick up the stuff. Entiende?
Sure. Show us the goods.
Come back to me, honey.
Let her go.
You can actually just about hear Bulgarin's conversation with Nico as you get Gracie to the boat. The straddler grabs onto you, so you have to shake him off before escaping. Gracie complains they should head back and fight Nico, but Luis has had enough of her just seconds after getting her back.
You're a fucking joke! You and that old queen are gonna be done!
Clearly, she very accidentally hit her head on the dashboard due to the bumpiness of the boat bouncing against the river. Tony's hopped up on pills again, so he's none the wiser anyway. Tony calls and reveals the clubs have been closed by the city council, rather than any mobsters they owe money to. Luis's favourite person then calls and says to meet in a park bathroom. The Ancelottis are getting heat from both Bulgarin over the diamonds and the Triads over the whole liquor licence deal, something which Luis truly cares about. Rocco figures they can at least appease Bulgarin by offering him either Tony or Luis's corpse, and despite his constant slurs, Rocco actually respects Luis more than Tony. To sweeten the deal, Rocco implies that Adriana, Armando and Henrique are in the line of sight too. With nothing else for it, head to Masonette. Rocco and Vince are already there, hoping to convince Luis to turn. He comes close, but...
You fucking moron!
Hey, I had second thoughts, man.
You fucking killed yourself just then! There's Russians... Fucking everyone, they're coming after you. The old man, you're fucking dead. The both of you. They're coming any second and they're expecting corpses.
We better not disappoint then.
Ah, keep your head, Lou. He's a made guy.
Fuck him.
All right, get out of here, Rocco. This is for the old man and that's it.
Sadly, Rocco actually does get away, at least for now. More importantly, we've got a small army of Russian mobsters to deal with. Need to be careful they don't get upstairs too. A few more are outside, but they're using cars for cover, and we have explosive shotgun rounds. Tony decides he may as well try and flee while he can, and the pair get into yet another argument.
The Russian mob want me dead. My best friend just contemplated murdering me. The mob are on my case. I'm massively in debt, and I just lost $2 million worth of diamonds. Any other man would just dust himself off and carry on.
Look, okay, I'm sorry I thought about killing you. I really am. But if you keep up with the bullshit, I might have to kill you for real.
Fuck off, Luis!
No, you fuck off, Tony. I didn't kill you. I wanted to. Why? Because you've become a useless junkie fuck. That's why. But I didn't. And now, it's you and me against the world, okay? And if your brains ain't working right, then I'll make the decision for us, okay? It's Bulgarin or us. Or you can shoot us both and make his life easy for him.
Well, you're kind of clever, aren't you? I only hired you because I thought you were dumb.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome very much.
Only thing for it is to take out Bulgarin, who's currently in...
The, fun fair.
Never did manage to work that in naturally. Arguments aside, Luis tells Tony to hide out in Duke's, and go into hiding if he doesn't make it. Timo's running a drug operation there, likely the same stuff that passed from the Triads to Johnny to the Pegorinos to Dimitri, meaning this is somewhere after Nico's endgame. blast your way through and take out Bulgarin's men. There are also vans holding the drugs to blow up, so let's help clean up Liberty City's drug problems. After destroying the final shipment, Timur emerges and tells Luis Bulgarin's headed to the airport, before being introduced to the explosive shotgun himself. Yusuf calls and Luis lets him know about what's going on. Of course, having a rich guy with a gold attack helicopter turns out to be a benefit as he helps clear a path. Bulgarin's about to take off, so I race along the runway to get aboard. A few more guards are on board, but nothing you can't handle. Bulgarin emerges with a grenade in hand, but we get a pistol execution and I'm going to take it.
You can't shoot me! You'll blow a whole plane up!
I'll take my chances.
Say goodnight, Mr. Bulgarin. With the plane wrecked, it's time to put those pilot wing skills to use one last time as you parachute down to where Tony's waiting while no security plays. Also, while news reporters tell you this as I said previously, we finally get an on-screen resolution for what happens to the diamonds. He's hoping he has better luck with them over our three protagonists. With everything resolved, Luis and Tony share a moment now that the immediate threat's over.
You did it, man. You did it. You saved my life. You saved the business. You fucking did it.
Hey, man, I did what I could, bro.
I'm proud of you, man. Thank you. But I don't want you to get a big head. I don't want you to go change. Become a megastar. Go to Vinewood. Write a blog. Oh.
You're a pill-popping old queen, man. I'm a murdering maniac. But we survived, bro. We survived.
We more than survived, amigo. We prospered. We took on this town and we won. We took on this place and we gave it the fucking finger. Fuck you all! I don't care what people say. Tony Prince and Luis Lopez could not be stopped. Huh? Oh, jeez, who's this?
What's up, mate?
Yusuf also joins the party, high on life as ever from getting to blow up some mobsters. He's also had some talks with his father and offers to franchise the clubs, seemingly solving their money problems. Following the credits, he also offers Luis the keys to the Yusuf copter. Our final post-game phone calls first come courtesy of Maury, who apologises for the way he's acted. He's also joined a commune, and turned it into Shady Acres 2.0. Finally, Luis still clashes with his mother, but it's hinted that maybe their relationship isn't completely beyond repair. On that note, we reach the end of Ballad of Gay Tony and Grand Theft Auto 4 as a whole. This story is a bit lighter in tone, likely thanks to the whole nightlife theme, but I think a bit of levity was needed after the two previous fairly heavy stories. There are still stakes, of course, with the whole Rocco and Bulgarin business, but in terms of things like weapons and vehicles, there's a definite sense of let's have some fun and go a bit crazy going on. Thankfully not too crazy, but certainly given a few more outlandish missions compared to what you might get with Nico. The new weapons are certainly a highlight. Almost feels like cheat codes were activated in a sense, but not complaining at how fun they can be to use. Not something I'd want all at once in the main game, but this is the final story, so nothing wrong with having a bit of fun playing with what the physics engine can do. Plus you do get some build up to the crazier ones, so it's not like you're starting at 100. Also, while it's toned down from the main game, you do get a return of outfit customization again if you want to wear something different besides the Letterman and jeans. Mission-wise, we certainly get much more variety, though a couple are short and simple, driving to a location like with the Celebinator blog comment. I suppose the odd breather's no bad thing at any rate, especially when you consider ones like Bulgarin's final mission and the numerous snipers being just the start. Nice to get more vehicle variety too, with water and air once again coming into play a bit more. The added parachute also helps, allowing for a bit more of Liberty City's verticality to come into play. Big towers all around, so why wouldn't you want to climb them and see things from the sky? One thing I haven't talked about yet is the mission rankings for achieving certain conditions such as completion time, headshots, or something you might not realise. I tended not to engage with it too much, largely because mission time means you miss out on dialogue while driving, and some conditions require you to play with a lot of precision. Granted, it does add some more replay value, and you can access missions from your phone once you've beaten the story, meaning you don't have to restart if you don't meet the requirements. Felt like a bit of a test run for how they handled it in GTA 5 in a sense. As far as story goes, I feel like it's better paced here than it was with Lost and Damned. It's not too much longer, but I think it helps that it starts about halfway through the main story as opposed to stretching it all the way back to Nico only just getting off the boat. Also shows that even those who've seemingly made it have their issues to deal with. Luis himself is a great character. Similar to Nico in that they're both snarky and mostly level-headed with a few moments of outburst. The big difference of course is Nico's an outsider while Luis was born in Liberty City, so even if he's stuck dealing with its craziness he seems more accustomed to it, Yusuf aside. If you've been playing these stories in the order I did, it sort of reflects a player too, as you start off not knowing anything about Liberty City when you start, but by this expansion you're likely familiar with the locales and the general craziness of the city. It's kind of funny that Luis is technically an enemy to Nico too. They never directly fight, but they're not on the same side, though Luis still manages to be a generally likeable character with his own personality in his own right, unlike other games that might have you play as someone on an opposing side. While there's some obvious crossover with Nico's cast of characters, Luis also manages to have a nice range of people in his own network. As I mentioned, Armando feels like a second attempt at Sweet Johnson. The big difference being that Luis pushes back, and they also have Henrique to balance them out before it gets too heated. Pity they kind of drop off after the drug wars, but you do also get them as hangout friends to get a bit more from them both. Luis and Tony's relationship is also fun to watch. With how they argue, it's pretty clear they've been at it before now, though maybe guns weren't a factor. Still, you can also see that they do rely on each other despite that. Guess another parallel to Nico with his relationship with Roman. It even extends to their work, as Luis may complain about certain missions, but he always does them. Tony on the flip side might needle Luis for his womanizing, but he clearly looks the other way when he sneaks off with a girl while managing the club. Just one more story of loyalty that one can appreciate, which is definitely a running theme throughout GTA 4 as a whole. Same thing goes for Yusuf, as he's a bit crazy, to put it mildly, but clearly sees Luis as a friend even if he's a bit tone-deaf in expressing it. Ends up paying off in the end too, as he helps out against Bulgarin without even being prompted, and is happy to handle the debt woes, no questions asked. Says something about Playboy X that he couldn't win a guy like this over. As far as antagonists go, it's kind of strange on two fronts. First is how Rocco's clearly set up as a character on par with Vlad or Dimitri in that you pretty much hate the guy as soon as you meet him, yet he's able to get away at the end. Granted, made man or not, his reputation's clearly in pieces over everything, and that includes his screw-ups with the Triads and the Russians. Probably why he flees and doesn't look back. The other side of things is Bulgarin. Not so much in showing how dangerous he can be, thanks to even just seeing how he treats his sister alone, but that it's Luis rather than Nico dealing with him. I've seen it argued that some actions like him jamming out seems odd, but it's possible that side of him is why he was able to win Nico over to begin with. The instability he shows with his sister or the diamond seller likely being what kept Nico under his thumb for so long. Luis not having that context is likely the reason he shows far less fear around him. Plus with Liberty City being the way it is, Bulgarin's just another gangster in a city full of them, background be damned. Funny how even though they aren't friends, Luis indirectly does Nico a favour, taking care of the one loose end he still had to worry about. For Grand Theft Auto 4 as a whole, I'd honestly say it's worth it, whether as a replay or coming in for the first time. Some things take getting used to, but you do adjust, and by the end of Ballad it'll likely be second nature to you. Liberty City as a whole is fun to explore from all angles, Nico, Johnny or Luis, as well as seeing how each protagonist reacts to things in their own ways. Could almost have gone the Yakuza route and had several games set there at different time periods. For example, seeing a mere tower completed and explorable, or maybe a gentrified Bohan and playing the protagonist dealing with the fallout of that. Either way, I'm satisfied with what we got. Even with me being a latecomer to it, I enjoyed my time with GTA 4 both here and with my first playthrough a couple of years prior to these videos going up. Maybe I've inspired my meagre audience to go back to replay it, or even check it out for their own first playthrough. Even with my recapping of the stories, it's still not a bad thing to go and experience something yourself and see what you take away from it. Steam's the most convenient, but the Xbox version is backwards compatible if you have one, or you could even play it on the native consoles if you have them. Either way, it's been good to sit down, replay and analyse this, and it likely won't be the last game I review. Could be another Grand Theft Auto game, or it could be something as an old favourite, or even something I only got into recently. I suppose time will tell. Until next time.